Hey guys, so I've been a bit overzealous saying 2 weeks ago that I'd had something for you in a week. I'm studying as well as working, as well as the mini lifestyle block and all of that. So anyway, sorry it's a bit late and it's going to be a bit thrown together, but here is the latest from Phoenix Homestead. Alpaca harness. This is New Zealand made by Halters Plus. So you can see this piece here. This is what sits under the chin. This is where you're going to attach a lead. This is where the nose goes through. So alpaca nose sits through this part here with this under the chin. Careful not to have it too low or too tight on the nose because their noses are very sensitive. This part here then wraps around the back of the neck, behind the ears, across the back of the neck here, and you tighten as needed. Simple, right? Except when you've got alpacas that only wear a harness once a year like ours. Those people who show them and regularly lead them, the alpacas are used to it, but our boys not so much because they free range. So it can be a little bit of a fight. I've got to get these 3 harnesses on those 3 alpacas. So there is absolutely no way that I will get those harnesses on those alpacas while they're loose in the paddock. So what I've done, if you can see behind me, is I've created a hot wire to create a race. So the idea is I'll bring the boys through down there, use a treat bucket, lead them all the way up here, and all going well, into the yard. It's just standards here, the idea being to deter them when they first come through the gate, but yeah, fingers crossed. That on. This is our biggest fighter. He's a bull. He's not neutered. Okay. What you can do is get him up against the fence to get a bit more leverage. There we go. So he just spat on me, but that just means I'll smell like silage for a little while. Good boy. So that is, I've got to make sure that's on properly. So it's not going to slide off. 2 down and 1 to go. So as you can see, I've got 3 rather unhappy alpacas behind me. But it's getting really hot and they need to have that fleece and fibre taken off them, otherwise it's going to be horrible for them this summer. Actually had a little bit of trouble getting them in, so I'm thinking it is a big enough area and it's nearly evening that we might leave them in overnight. So they'll be a little bit stressed, but we'll just keep an eye on them, because they're pretty clever and they're not happy with having the harnesses on, so I'd say I might not have as much luck second time getting them in here. But yeah, it looks a bit rough, but that's how you get a harness on an alpaca that's not used to wearing them. Right, the boys are done. They look so different with their coats off and they'll be nice and happy for a hot summer. So I'm just going to put them on lead and get them back over to their paddock and they can settle down and enjoy the summer. Hey boys. Being a pen is great. That literally took me less than a minute to get all their leads on. So different to last year. Come on, boys. This way. Come on. Come on. Come on. When I get a bit stubborn and they don't want to move, come on. It can be a bit of a handful. Come on. They do actually have a fair bit of weight behind them. And I'm trying to move 3 of them. We're nearly there. Come on, boys. Let's keep moving. Come on. Yep. Yeah. Oh, and he's laid down. When they lay down, you just cannot move them. Okay. Wobbly. Want to lead them in? If I can get one moving, the others will follow. Let's try with Wobbly. So, hey boy. Peanut here. He's just waiting for me to take his harness off, so he's been rather friendly, aren't you, boy? So as they get older, they can actually get a few pimples under their coat. So we've just sprayed with some antiseptic to keep the flies off. The following footage is about our kitchen, that we have to rip out the bench tops and the shelves. And the reason being is there was an error from supplier to installer, supplier to manufacturer, in that they used panel laminate instead of benchtop laminate. So yeah, the following will show you why that is an issue and the problems it's created. So this is the issue with the benchtop. The first alarm bell was that there was a join, and then it wasn't long before we started to see this happening, and we noticed that even just the smallest bump or sliding a dish or a chopping board across the wood would result in scratches and rubbing, and it just didn't, something definitely wasn't right. So what's the difference between panel and benchtop? Panel is made for all your vertical surfaces, so all your cupboards. It's not made to have pressure put on it, whereas benchtop, it's a different compound. So that's where it's gone wrong, is that the material used for our benchtop was actually a panel laminate, so it just can't take the movement and pressure that a kitchen bench should be able to take. But it is going to be a better product than what we initially paid for, and they're doing that at their cost, obviously, because of us going through what went wrong, which is really good that they come to the party to fix that for us, and that's really important, is feeling looked after. So yeah, best laid plans, so they say. Now, speaking of late, no, nothing rude. We finally have our path laid out, so we have a walkway between the house and the driveway.